Hey everyone, what's up? I'm back almost just for like another follow-up video to the last one I made about me returning to YouTube, for now at least. And we're just going to be talking today about a few more ideas I've had, as well as a few things that have happened in the Call of Duty community recently that can kind of potentially affect the kind of videos that I've made. Some of these things you may not have heard about, you may have heard of them, you may not, who knows. But we'll talk about that today. So before we start though, I do want to just say a big thank you to everyone who did watch the video, the original one that I uploaded. I think it was about just over a week ago. As I said in the video, I genuinely thought it was going to get 0 views. I was standing there recording that thinking, why am I bothering with this? It's not going to get any views. But it did, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. And I'm also incredibly grateful for you guys who left comments down in the comments saying that you'd been subscribed to me for a while and that you were looking forward to what I was going to put out next. Really means a lot to me, so thank you. And in particular, one comment was about the story videos that I was on about producing, you know, the real life kind of conspiracy theory, unsolved mystery style videos that I said I was going to try to move into at some point. And having read that comment, I definitely agree. Having read that comment and sat on the idea for a bit, I definitely agree. I think if I'm going to move into that style of content, I think a new channel is the way to go. So if we do end up doing that kind of content, if that's what I end up moving to, I will be going to a new channel for that. But as I said before, if that happens, then I'll let you know what the new channel is, where you can find it, a link, all that good stuff. Although I don't think it will just be yet, because as I said, I do want to make something from this channel. You know, I want to get this channel somewhere to where it gets high amounts of consistent views and has like a solid subscriber base that are active and whatnot. Because I appreciate leaving this channel for 4 years probably didn't help me that much, but you know, we're gonna do our best to get it back up and running. And I think one of the other things I did say in the last video was that I wasn't too keen on doing gameplay commentaries, kind of like this video. But I think I don't take that back, but I think the best way I can put it is that I'm now a little bit more open to producing those kind of videos if that's what you guys want to see, you know? I think originally I didn't think many people would want to watch those because gameplay commentaries is what everyone does. But if people do like my commentary style and do enjoy those kind of videos, I'm more than happy to keep producing them as long as there's topics to talk about, you know? So videos like this, gameplay commentaries, I'm more than happy to keep doing if that's what people want. Obviously mixed up with different cinematic videos that I like producing every now and then, but that's fine, that's fine. So, moving on from that, I want to also quickly tell you about how I'm going to be rebranding this channel. As you probably can see, the channel name is Alpha Wolf, and that was a name I came up with when I was like 14 or 15, something like that. And I think it's a bit cringe now, so I'm going to change my name and do all the rebranding and stuff over the next week or two to the name or the gamer tag that I use currently, which is Essentia. If you can, I don't know if the quality's good enough of the gameplay, but if you can see the kill feed in the games that I'm playing, you'll see that my name isn't actually Alpha Wolf anymore, it's Essentia. It doesn't really mean anything, that name, but it's just a cool name that I thought of a few years ago, and I switched that because the name Alpha Wolf was making me cringe every time I looked at it. So we've changed the name. We're going to do all the rebranding for the channel, the backgrounds. I think the logo is going to stay more or less the same. I think the wolf head is a good logo, just the black backgrounds with the white wolf head. Although I have found another logo that I think is better than the current one, so I might just change it to that logo. It's still a black background with a white wolf head, but I think all in all it looks better. So I think I should switch to that just to almost personify the rebranding and the coming back to this channel, you know, just to kind of give it that fresh look. So with the rebranding done, we are going to move on to something that happens in the Call of Duty community recently. I don't know if many of you saw, I don't know how many of you still stay up to date with COD news and what's happening in the community and stuff, but there was actually a new update for Black Ops 3 recently. It wasn't a content update or anything, before you'll get excited. There's no DLC 6 or whatever, no new zombies maps unfortunately, but there was an update to Black Ops 3 recently, and it's an important update for several reasons, and I'll go through those quickly. Although I think I am going to make my next video about this Black Ops 3 update because it does you know, I think it does warrant a video. There's lots of different topics that you can branch off into, so I want to make a separate video, but I'll just go over the main points quickly right now. And that is Black Ops 3 as well as many other old Call of Duty games. I think pretty much all of them before Infinite Warfare have, for a few years now, I want to say quite a few years, have had significant security breaches, which has made it very, very difficult, if not outright impossible, to play for PC players if you value the health of your computer and your privacy and stuff like that, because these games have had exploits found out in their code, which has enabled hackers and bad actors to potentially be able to access your entire computer just by you playing the game. You literally don't have to do anything. You could be sat in the menu and these hackers, through these exploits in the game code, would be able to take control of your computer. And all across Reddit, there's all these horror stories of PC players playing these old Call of Duty games, and all of a sudden their computer's been taken over. They've had viruses installed on it from out of nowhere. And as you can probably imagine, I've not really been wanting to take that risk by playing the old games. So recently Treyarch did release an update. I think it was about 110 megabytes big, so you know, fairly significant, not huge, but still fairly significant. Patching, I think there was the 4 known exploits which enabled this exploit, I guess, to be a thing. And they recently released an update which patched them, obviously, which is a good thing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's a really good thing, but it almost didn't cover the full story, because as well as the exploits, there is other different exploits. As I said, we're going to go over all the details in the next video, but there's different exploits that are still around which enable people to boot you offline. I don't know if they boot you offline, DDoS you, either that or they DDoS the server that you're playing on, and that causes your game to crash and all that, which still makes it difficult to play the game seriously if you're someone who these hackers want to target. And there's a whole debate going on about whether, if you're just a normal player, if you're not a YouTuber, if you're just a normal player, you're unlikely to be targeted, as they only want to DDoS YouTubers to get reactions and stuff like that. But it's still one of those cases where, would you want to take that risk? Would you want to take the risk of having your internet router fried because you want to play an old game, you know? So where I'm going with all this is that originally, when that update got released a few days ago, I was getting really excited because I wanted to go back and record some old videos on Black Ops 3 Zombies, because you've got Chronicles and you've got all those other amazing maps. And I have a few good ideas for cinematic videos that I can produce pretty much in the near future, which requires me to be able to play Black Ops 3 to get the recordings and the footage and stuff. And I was getting really excited to go on and record those videos. But it seems like now I'm not too sure, because although they patched the exploit glitches, they still haven't patched the exploits that enable these hackers to boot you offline still. So I'm still umming and ahhing, weighing up the pros and cons as to whether it's worth trying to play that game again. I did install it last night. I think it was like 150 gig. That game's enormous now. Fucking hell, it was like 150 gigabytes to install Black Ops 3. Although I think some of that 150 gigabytes may be custom maps, because I do remember I had a lot of custom maps installed. But I have reinstalled Black Ops 3. I'm hoping that as the weeks go by, the days and weeks go by, people kind of feedback and they're like, oh, it's fine now, you know, you're not going to get DDoSed unless you're a YouTuber or a streamer, you're fine to play it, which is what I'm hoping, because then I can go on, play the game, get the footage, make the videos that you all want to see, and it'd be amazing. But we'll have to see. As I said, the other alternative is that I think, because people are really becoming sick of all these hackers and exploits and stuff, I know there's a community project in the works which in effect is a client-side launcher, I think, for Black Ops 3, which, again, to go over all the technical details, it's basically a way to shut off all those exploits, because if you launch through this community launcher, those exploits aren't a thing. I guess is the best way to say it. They're just not in the codes. They can't work. So you can play through this launcher, and the game would be completely fine to play as you normally would. But that community launcher is not out yet, so we still got to wait for that. I don't think the ETA is too long. I think we're talking maybe a week or two, maybe a couple of weeks, if that. So worst comes to worst case is that I will just have to wait for that launcher, and then we can play Black Ops 3 safely. But I'm hoping it doesn't take that long, because I want to play Black Ops 3 Zombies again. I've missed it. I've been getting the urge to play Black Ops 3 Zombies again, and I want to make some videos about it. So I think I'll leave it at that today, just letting you all know what's going on with just rebranding. As I said, thank you for leaving the comments. It's really good to see that a lot of you are still around. As I said, I didn't think that video was going to get any views whatsoever. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'm more than happy to keep doing gameplay commentaries right now. If that's what you guys want to see, I will definitely keep doing those. And that's not an issue. I just originally wasn't sure if that's what you guys did want, but if that's what you do want, I'm more than happy to keep doing those. That's fine by me. So yeah, we'll just leave it there for now. I don't want to keep going on for too long. It's been about 10 minutes. I think that's a good length. Just letting you all know what's kind of happening with this channel. We've got some new videos coming out soon, so don't worry about that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the gameplay of me destroying this lobby in Ground War in the original Modern Warfare. And I think I'll see you maybe in the next couple of days, potentially next weekend. Hopefully it won't be that long, maybe next couple of days, for a more detailed discussion about all these hacks and exploits that have been going on for PC in Black Ops 3 and the older COD games. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.